Greetings, it's Iain from RTO. Welcome to the new show. This is the third one we've done, it's called A Perfect Side, where I take an album, and it's got to be an album, and I've got to find out which side I prefer, or the one that is the perfect side, whatever you want to call it. And today's album is from Mr. David Bowie. And it's his 8th album that was released in 1974, and it is the brilliant Diamond Dogs. So who played on this great album? Well, David Bowie was, of course, lead and backing vocals, guitar, saxophones, Moog, synthesizer, and the Mellotron. Mike Garson played the keyboards, the one and only, the legendary Herbie Flowers on bass guitar. Drumming was shared with Tony Newman and the wonderful Izzy Dunbar, and Alan Parker does some guitar on 1984. So let's go through the album, and then I'll pick my perfect side. So the first track is Future Legend. I love this intro. It's weird, it's atmospheric, you've got David's voice, it's creepy, and you just wonder what's coming next. And of course it is Diamond Dogs. I just love how Future Legend just flows into Diamond Dogs. You seem to, if you was to put them on on a side on their own, them two have got to go together, because one without the other just wouldn't work. It's a brilliant track. It's one of my favourite tracks on here. It's a fantastic vocal from David. Some of the musicianship on here, that great bass line from Herbie Flowers. Really, I love Herbie Flowers. It's just a super track. Probably one of my favourites. Then it goes into Sweet Thing, which has got another fantastic vocal from David. A really moving track as well. He puts a lot of soul into this. It's 3.5 minutes, but there's so much passion in 3.5 minutes on that terrific track. That goes into Candidate, which is a really short track. Some nice guitars on it. And then we have Sweet Thing, a little bit more, but this has got a great bit of saxophone from David. Not just a fine singer, but a fantastic saxophone player. Love that little piece. And then we get the classic Rebel Rebel. Everybody likes this. Really good track to end side 1. So let's flip it over to side 2. And side 2 starts off with Rock and Roll With Me. Great little rock track. It's got some incredible guitar work on that. And you got to remember, that's David Bowie playing the guitar. And it's an incredible track. We Are Dead. Absolutely classic. Love the arrangement. Just some great guitar work on here. Then we have 1984. I do like it, but I do love Alan Parker's guitar work on this. It's really good. But it sort of stops the flow of the album, this one, for me. I know Richard's probably pulling his hair out. What hair he has got is pulling it out. Big Brother. Really interesting track. I do like this saxophone on it. Really is good. It's moving as well. Chant of Ever Circling Skeletal Family. Bit weird. Yeah, it is weird. I really haven't really got into this. And that was the last track. Okay, this is the tough bit. So we've got this great album, and it's got some classic tracks on here, hasn't it? You know, We Are Dead, Rebel Rebel, Rock and Roll with Me, Diamond Dogs. It's so many great tracks on it. So we're gonna have to listen to. I had to listen to this quite hard. This was very tough. Okay, I think side one flows a lot better, and I think the stronger tracks are on side one. Side two, Rock and Roll and Me, We Are Dead are brilliant, and then for me, it sort of takes a little dip. Personally, I know there's a lot of you out there that love the end of this album, but it gets a little bit bitty for me. Don't get me wrong, I love this album, but it sort of starts falling down a little bit. So, for me, the perfect side is side one. Future Legend, Diamond Dogs flows beautifully. The Moving Sweet Thing, Candidate, it's just some great guitar. Then you get the little reprise with the saxophone bit from Sweet Thing, and you end up with Rebel Rebel. So yeah, side one to me is the perfect side of Diamond Dogs. I just think it flows better than side two, but I do like side two as well. I'm not, when I put this album, I enjoy it from start to finish every time I put it on. But side one for me is the buzz. So there we go. I wonder how Richard and Dave feel about that. I'll probably get a caning from at least one of them, because they both like that album. So yeah, we've got another good one coming up next week. That's all for today. I hope the weather's better tomorrow because it's really miserable. So what have I got for you tomorrow? We've actually got a viewer's request, and it was a Richard viewer's request as well. And he asked me to do altered images. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. And tomorrow's retro ranking is a band that I had to grow up on. I had no choice. And it's the Shadows. But I'm doing 20 because I couldn't. I had as many honourable mentions as I did for my top 10. So I'm going to do my top 20 favourite songs by the Shadows. Well, have a good day, everyone. Keep dry if you're in England because it's not very nice today. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.